That super low lead quality that you're so proud of is secretly killing your paid advertising funnels. And I'm going to walk you through in this video exactly why your lead quality and your cost per lead is not as good as you think it is, or why having a low cost per lead isn't good. And most importantly, how to fix it. And this is going to be most relevant to people running any kind of like free webinar funnels or call funnels even as well. This will be entirely relevant for you. So what I'm going to walk you through first of all is what most people do when they run advertising funnels to try and make money for their high-tech products. And I'm going to run you through why that's a problem, and I'm going to run you through how to fix it. So let's get straight into it. So if you see my screen here, what most people do is this. They run a very simple ad, let's say on Meta or Facebook or something like that. And then let's say we're doing a webinar because that's what we specialize in, but the same goes for call funnels. What happens then is they then go to the headline, image, and then to save their seat, right? So the landing page. And what most people will have is they will have here an option for people to put in their name, email, and phone number. And then this will take them to a confirmation page, typically with a headline. And then if you follow my video on confirmation best practices, you'll see a video here and then more stuff down here. Anyway, not the point of this video. So they click on the ad, they click here, and then they go ahead and book their spot. Here's what the problem is, that most people don't understand how Meta actually works and how the pixel works. So in order to run ads successfully, you probably have a pixel on your page, right? If you're already making some money with your business, which you should be, if you're watching this, you should be at the 20, 30, 40, 50K mark. If not, then this video isn't so much for you. You will have a pixel on the page, which basically means that Meta can see the people who click from here to go from here. So who lands on this page. And then you'll also have a pixel on this page, which will allow Meta to understand who the people are that have registered. And you will be using a standard event for complete registration, most likely if you're doing a webinar. If you're doing lead, I recommend using complete registration. We've seen better lead quality from it. But either way, the way that Meta works is its goal is to get you to keep spending money with them, because obviously that's what they want, right? If you spend money, they make money. And contrary to popular belief, Meta actually does want you to make money with your paid ads. It doesn't want you to fail. It's not hard. It shouldn't be hard. It doesn't want it to be hard, because if you make money, you will spend more money with them. So what does that actually mean? It means that it's going to try and get you the cheapest complete registrations as possible, the cheapest of the event that you're optimizing for. If it's a call book funnel, it'll be a scheduled. I know that's a spelling mistake. I'm dyslexic, so just don't. Okay, leave it. Scheduled, whatever that says. It will go after the cheapest one possible. All right. And so ask yourself this question: who is most likely to click on a free call or a free event? It's probably not the lead that you're optimizing for, because if you sell a product, if you're watching this video, you're probably selling a product like 5K, between let's say 5 and 20K, 5K and up, or let's even say 3K. You're selling something mid to high ticket. That's someone with a bit of money, right? They should either be making money or they have money saved up, and they're typically not the people that are quickly running for free stuff. That's usually brokies. It's usually the people that come through your funnel, they're 20K in debt, and they just got divorced and basically their whole life's in ruins. You don't want those people because they can't buy your stuff. You don't want those people showing up at the webinar, and you certainly don't want those people booking a call. And so what ends up happening is Meta goes for the cheapest people possible, and then when people start booking calls or doing the complete registration, it will find more people like that because it thinks that those people are kind of winning. That's what your goal is. Meta's job isn't to make you money on the back end yet. Meta's job is, it thinks, to get yourself complete registrations. These are just a means to an end to making money. So it's going to try and get you as many of these as possible. And if we've already established that the most likely people to do this thing, to complete registration, to save their seat on the webinar, are brokies, then that's the people it's going to go after. Not because it wants you to fail, but that's because that's what you've told it to go after. So it's a very simple funnel with no kind of qualification. Now, the easiest change that works exceptionally well, but does give you a higher cost per lead, is this. And before we get into that, I want to mention a higher cost per lead or a lower cost per lead isn't inherently a good or a bad thing. There is nuance to this situation. There's nuance to this case, because of the fact that what you care about is not the cost per lead. If your cost per lead was $1,000 and yet you made a ton of money and you got a 5x ROAS and you're able to scale predictably, then you wouldn't exactly give a fuck. You'd be completely fine. But if your cost per lead is very, very low and you're not able to convert any of these leads, then that's a problem, and that's not going to make you happy at all, is it? So here's what you need to understand: is it's a balance between not how expensive the leads are or how cheap the leads are, it's how profitable the leads are. So here's what we want to do. Instead of having this straight, just very linear funnel, we add an extra step. So we have the ad. They then land on the landing page. Same stuff. Boom, boom, picture, and then the button to save their seat. And then this is where it happens. So you have two options here. You can send them to a confirmation page, or you could do something else that's very sneaky, which is you add a second step, which is an application, or rather when they save their seat, instead of just name, email, phone number, you also ask a final question, which is a multiple choice that will tell you one characteristic about them that will determine whether they are a qualified or an unqualified lead. So for example, let's say you have an offer that teaches people how to use YouTube, which is one of our clients, use YouTube to scale their business or start an acquisition stream and sign clients with YouTube. And your whole thing is you're running a free live class, because it's your webinar, on how to grow and monetize your YouTube channel. Now, there's two types of people that are going to click on this. The first is the people that you actually want, who have a business, have an income, and they want to start a YouTube channel to sign clients with it. And the second is the broke person, the fat guy eating Cheetos on his couch, who is just looking for quick and easy ways to make money. He's 10K in debt, and he's never going to buy your thing, not in a million years, not even if you put him on Clarity Pay or the most scammy financing thing you can find. All right. And here you simply ask a multiple choice question. It can be 1, 2, 3. You want to keep it as little as possible. Well, not one, but 2 or 3 characteristics that are going to match. So for example, you can say, which best describes you? I currently have a business making 10K a month or more, and I want to use YouTube to scale. It is like option 1. Option 2 is I currently have a business below 10K a month, and I'm using YouTube to grow. I want to start my business with YouTube, something like that. And then the third is I'm currently unemployed or in between, or actually what would be better is a second option is like I'm unemployed and I want to start a business and I want to use YouTube. And then the final option is I'm unemployed and I want to start a business using YouTube. You have 3 options. If they click I'm unemployed and I want to start YouTube to make money, that's obviously not the type of people you want on your webinar. So here's what you do. Instead of sending them to this confirmation page, you send them to a secondary, a duplicated confirmation page. And the only difference, they still come to your webinar because you never know, they might surprise you, they might have some money. But the only difference is that this one has a pixel on it and this one does not have a pixel on it. All right. So this one you show back to Meta, this one you don't. So what's actually going to happen is you're going to get your total leads. Let's say it's like 1,000, but then let's say 200 of them were unqualified and they came through here. Meta is only going to see 800 registrations. And so in effect, you're going to get a more expensive cost per lead, because let's say you spend 10K, your true blended cost per lead is $10. But what Meta is going to see is that you only got 800 people. And so your cost per lead is going to be higher. Let's say like $14, because it doesn't see these people. You don't show it back to Meta. You don't tell Meta that these people came through your funnel. And the good thing about this is, although your cost per lead is higher, your profitability on the back end is going to be higher as well, because more of these people are going to be viable leads. More of these people are going to buy. And as a result, you are going to make more money. And the reason this works at scale is because Meta not only will see, okay, these people are coming through the funnel, but it's going to go after more people that look like this. And it's not going to go after people that look like this, because it thinks that these people, these brokies, it assumes are not actually registering for the webinar. So it's going to think, oh, okay, if people who are registering for the webinar are more likely to do it if they make 5K a month or more, it's going to go after those people based on their characteristics, based on the millions of data points that Meta has on them. So that's a really simple way to increase the lead quality that you have coming through your funnels, especially through a webinar funnel and even through a call book funnel. So with a call book funnel, just really quickly, the way it would work is instead of having everyone go to a VSL where they then book a call, you would have people go to a VSL, they fill out an application, and then based on their application, if they qualify, they go to be able to book a call with your sales team. If they don't qualify, you can either reroute them to a worse calendar, like with your starter closers or whatever it is, or to a setter call where it's triage, where then they can see, do they then qualify to go to a closer call, or you simply disqualify them and tell them you simply don't qualify for this, for what we do. So this is going to give you a higher cost per lead. So again, not the cheapest cost per lead possible, but it's going to give you a more efficient, higher quality cost per lead. The final thing I want to touch on quickly is, how do you know if this thing is actually working? How do you know it's actually bringing the right people? And simply what you do is you have to analyze the quality of people coming through your funnel later down the line. So you need to see the people coming on the webinar. Is there a distinct increase in the quality? Are they distinctly better? If they are, it means the question was correct. If it still doesn't fix the lead quality, it means that the question that you're asking was just inherently wrong. And then you need to test a different question or a different, repellent question to see, are we actually repelling the traffic that we want to repel, and are we attracting the traffic that we want to attract? So don't optimize for total CPL, optimize for the qualified cost per lead, and you will have a very, very happy day. This is a very simple video. If you want to watch more of my stuff, just go to my channel. You'll see tons of things around scaling webinars for businesses doing around 30 to 50K a month, looking to scale up to 100K a month or add a second 100K a month. And if you want to book a call with us, we can do it for you. If not, then just keep watching my stuff and hopefully you will learn. We'll speak soon. Take care and catch you on the next one. Bye.